What is up, guys? Good morning. It is December 18th, a Saturday at 11 a.m. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Well, let's begin by just checking in technically with you guys. Give me a thumbs up or leave a comment in the chat letting me know that you can hear me before we begin. How you guys doing today? Fantastic. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to be talking about a couple things here. We're going to be looking at the overview of the market. Now, currently, Bitcoin is at 46,000, which is pretty low in some ways, but Ethereum is kind of decoupling from that breakout. And so thank you, Alexander. Thank you for tuning in, man. I'm glad to be talking with you via Patreon. I'm glad to have you in the chat, too. So it's now official. We are here in the chat together. So, but yeah, I'll answer some questions at the very end, or feel free to just leave some questions while I'm giving this short presentation, just because we're giving an overview of the market. Now, yes, Ethereum has decoupled right now, and Solana is up 1.83%. So I just want to take a look at Bitcoin right now because we want to get an understanding what's happening. So usually when I see movement like this, when Bitcoin is trading sideways, a lot of people get really bored during these times, but this is great because this allows for altcoins, gaming coins, and Metaverse coins to really have the potential to increase in price. And so while that's happening, while that's consolidating, most of these altcoins are definitely going to be doing quite well, and they're going to be playing catch up. Now, what I definitely want to stress to my viewers is that one of my favorite coins I always like to look at are layer one solutions. So obviously that includes Ethereum, Solana, AVAX, Terra Luna, and then Polygon's layer two. I think that's it for right now. There's been some news around Tron, around the founder leaving the company. I don't really suggest anybody investing in anything related to Tron or Tron-related products or blockchains or games or anything that's built on Tron. Tron just doesn't seem like a great foundation. Hopefully they can find somebody above that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Right now we're at 24. And 24 is, obviously I think it's a great time for people to buy. If you don't know, just in our last market that we had back in May, when the market took a really sharp dip, we were definitely in the fear zone. But if you were there and you were buying in, you're definitely in profit right now. At this time, Ethereum was at $1,900, Solana was at $33, Cardano was very cheap, and Bitcoin was at around 29,000 to 30,000. So obviously, even with this correction that we have just recently, we're all still in profit. So we want to look at the coins and at the market, things that we really want to feel good on in terms of the next bull run. And if I've been asked quite a few times, what do I think about this next, if we're going to have a bull run or not? Well, I really do feel like we're going to have another bull run, especially in the gaming world. So if, say, for instance, Bitcoin or all these other coins start to take a dip, well, there's a lot of strength in the gaming and Metaverse world, which is why I've kind of transitioned from layer one solutions over to gaming. Even though I have a large bag of layer one solutions, gaming, I feel we're almost like at the beginning of it, and it reminds me of when layer ones were kind of the talk of the town. So why not get involved in that? So yeah, this is a great buying opportunity. I think we should take a look at the market at overall. So Decentraland, Axie Infinity, Sandbox are all up. Most of the top billion-dollar clubs are up. Phantasma Soul, that's a really good one to buy. I don't, even with this slight increase at around $2.25, I think Sol is a great buy entry. We won't look into that so much. Alluvium not too long ago used to be at 1,600. So keep that in mind. 1,100 is not too bad. Alluvium is definitely up there. Is the price really high right now? Yeah, it's pretty high, but just think about the market cap. It's like 733 million, which is not a lot, right? If you a lot of these coins are not even really too far in the billions, except for the top dogs up here. So this is still a really great time to get some entry points. Also, Vulcan Forge, Blocktopia, which we'll talk about in a little bit, Starlink, RMRK. Wilder World. I think Wilder World is still in development. I think there's a lot to grow there. But anyways, we can look over this market way later. So On CoinGecko, they obviously have a way better version because this section is called GameFi. On CoinMarketCap, it's just Metaverse. So they don't really separate the two too much. So this is a great way to see which gaming coins you really want to get involved in. So I want to go through some Twitter announcements. Recently, Big Time is going to announce a trailer, and that trailer is going to come out pretty soon on Sunday, December 19th. So keep that marked on your calendars if you ever want to tune in. So that's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 2 p.m. UTC. And we'll get to see what the gameplay is going to look like, and hopefully they will provide some more information in terms of this marketplace. So I think that's really good to keep in mind. Make sure to tune into all of that as well. Next up, we have Monkey Ball. So there has been a lot of drama around Monkey Ball, and I have heard that people have lost quite a bit of money participating in the IDOs. And what do I mean by that? Well, simply, people have been, in order to participate in the IDO, you have to buy tokens for that launch pad. So I've mentioned before in previous videos that people had to participate, say for instance, in the Star Launch pad. And apparently that token dropped while they were waiting for the MBS token to launch, and that got delayed, and people actually lost a ton of money. So if you're ever out there and you're thinking about participating in the IDO, I think you should really look at the launch pad. Be sure to not put in a ton of money, because sometimes these launch pads, they ask for thousands upon thousands of dollars just to be a part of a launch of an IDO. And sometimes it doesn't even guarantee you a spot. It's just a lottery. So if you are spending thousands of dollars to be part of a lottery, I say veer away from that. But in other news, this coin, the MBS token, is going to launch in 72 hours. And they said that they're not going to stop that launch. They're going to just let it happen, and hopefully everything goes well. Now, I do believe they mentioned not too long ago that the token will be launched on Radium and a centralized exchange. And we talked about in a previous video where on Radium, it's going to be in a liquidity pool. And if you go to Radium on the liquidity pool section, you know, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to get you a spot. How do I explain this? Well, if we go to Radium, there is a trading section where you provide liquidity, right? So you have to provide liquidity for the MBS token and for the USDC itself, right? So you actually have to have the MBS tokens available. Just from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually have to have the MBS token. And so that actually incentivizes people who actually won an allocation during the IDO. It's not actually people who don't have MBS tokens like us. So if you don't have MBS tokens right now, Radium is kind of something that is not going to be suitable for you. So I think you have to keep your eye out on a centralized exchange, what they're not going to list. My guess is that it's going to be on FTX. And FTX is not available in the US. FTX.US is available in the US. But who knows what's going to happen. So you can try, like I've tried to sign up for a VPN. I tried to register for an FTX account. Obviously, I can't do that because they require your home address in a country other than the US that, you know, they're going to pretty much look up. So it's almost like a KYC, know your customer, in some shape or form. I'm just going to go ahead and check out the chat for a little bit. Madeira Cake says Terra Luna, rocket to the moon. Thank you, Madeira. Rudy the Rock says Star Launch is the biggest scam out there. I do agree that it feels a bit scammy, and you know, I don't diss on people that say that because that's honestly, if that's how you feel, then that needs to be shared, because there's a lot of people shilling coins. And what I mean by that, they tend to hype up a particular project, but they don't realize the stakes and risks that come involved with that. And that could be losing tons of money, or, you know, they just don't have a deep understanding because this space is so new. Obviously, people are just learning from the YouTube influencers or comments in Twitter, and they just believe that, right? And even everything I say, you should be very careful to make sure that you do your own research, right? So always be careful with that. And you know, I say veer away from the IDO launches as much as possible. And notice that when the coins come out, it either pumps and dumps or trades sideways for a long time, or there's an unlocking period for seed investors, which means that people who invested very early, millions of dollars, their tokens become unlocked, and then that's when they take profit. And that can sometimes be 7 days, a couple weeks, maybe even a couple days. And then you start to notice that the price drops. All right, Mohammed, Abraham, thank you. By the way, good to hear you from Patreon, and good to see you here. Could you talk about the 1K to 30K you did on what coins and prices you got and how long you held? Well, Mohammed, when I responded with how you would take 10K, or actually, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. So how did I do the 1K to 30K profit taking? So in the very beginning, when I started, remember I mentioned early on in the video that early on this year in May, when we took a dip, layer 1 solutions was the narrative, meaning that's the story that everybody believes in. That's the train that everybody's going to be a part of. So what I did was I invested in Cardano, Ethereum, and Solana, mainly those 3 coins. And the first coin that I was really involved in was Cardano. I bought it at 53 cents and I bought a ton of it. And then it went up to $1. I took profit and then I allocated that into Ethereum. And then Ethereum went from $1,900 to $4,000, and it did that quite a bit. And so I ended up taking profit every time it went to an all-time high. And I think people feel very uncomfortable about taking profit when it comes to the market. You know, the way you make money in this is that you actually have to cash out at some point. People do hodl, but that's when that's for people who have a ton of money. Hodl, 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 they say, but they can like buy the dip. They have a lot of income coming in. But there are some people who don't have a lot of income coming in, so they end up having to spread out that allocation. So I ended up selling, even if it's a taxable event, I still end up selling at certain points because I know everything always has to take a breather. So I took profits on Ethereum, and also I bought Solana when it was at $17 and $33 and $75. Every single time I took profit, and my $1,000 turned into $5 and then turned into $10. So when I had that $10,000, how could I have allocated that? Well, I ended up spreading that out in Solana the most because Solana was growing. So I put that $10,000 in Solana, and it ended up growing and growing. And then all of a sudden, we were reaching new all-time highs at 200. I took that profit, put it back into Cardano. Cardano went from $1.23 to almost $3. Can you imagine that? Took profit there. And then I ended up putting it back into Ethereum. So most of my profits that I have, a large bag that I have, is in either Ethereum or Solana because they're the strongest layer 1 solution. So I hope, Mohammed, that was answering your question. I know that was a very long speech, but unfortunately I can't go into very much detail on how I turned that 1K into 30K because there were just so many trades. But I do this mainly on KuCoin as well. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. So Rudy the Rock says, nobody has MBS yet. I got some allocated through Star Launch, but not even that they're available yet. So that's unfortunate. You know, like I did hear that. I don't want you guys to get stressed out about it. If you ever have issues where they're not giving you your tokens, you need to reach out to the team, right? Meaning you should actually go on Discord and ask them, where are their tokens? Why aren't they launching? Now, understand that these companies are very new, so they're not like a legitimized company. They're just like a startup business. So obviously they're not going to do amazing. There's no accountability for their actions. So I do believe you guys will have your MBS token allocation. And when you guys do, look into the liquidity pool on Radium, right? So when you go to liquidity, look into providing that liquidity for your MBS token so you can earn some income if you're just holding it. But if you don't want to and you think there's going to be a pump and dump and you want to take profit, well, don't provide it to Radium. Maybe send those tokens over to the centralized exchange that they're hopefully going to announce later. So anyways, I want to keep moving on. So next up I want to keep in mind is the Mouse Hunt Game. Now, Mouse Hunt Game is one of the tokens that I think you guys should keep in mind because there's going to be a listing on PancakeSwap. But don't buy the token right at launch because there was an IDO for the MHT token. So wait until the token launches and see how it goes. But I do believe that there will be a pump and dump, and wait for at least like a week. The reason I say that is because, again, there are seed investors that buy into this, right? And they're going to have their tokens locked in for a certain period. Pay attention to the fully diluted market cap. The fully diluted market cap shows how much money is actually in there. but most of it can be taken out by those seed investors. So be very careful for that. But I want to share with you guys that this token is launching 3 days from now on PancakeSwap. Next up, we have Decimated. Now, Decimated is another IDO that people have been really anticipating. And in order to do this, you had to buy flame tokens for Decimated. And, you could be really frustrated with this, but in order to participate in the Decimated IDO launch for the DIO token, I know that's really confusing, right? IDO, DIO, right? DIO is the ticker symbol. Well, it's going to have a whitelist event. So that doesn't mean you're going to be guaranteed to participate. And that would explain why, when you look at the Flame token, it hasn't been increasing or decreasing. It's just been kind of trading sideways, right? And so who knows what's going to happen with this. But understand this, the market cap is only 19 million, so there's a lot of room to grow for this launch pad. But look at the fully diluted market cap, 155 million. So keep in mind, not a lot of people have been participating in this IDO, just in my point of view. And maybe just wait to see when the launch happens, right? Maybe it's better to wait for the DIO token to come out at some point, which I'll look up here in a little bit. And obviously that's not out yet. So next up, we're going to look up Thetan Arena. Now, before we actually go through these coins, I want to look at the chat because I do want to talk about these specific coins and where they're at right now. So let's see here. Going back to the chat. Cody says, MBS strike me as a super sketchy. Yep, I understand. I understand your frustration, bro. It's just the name of the game. People, I understand that you guys took a huge risk participating in it, but I know that you participated in it because you felt that there was a high risk, high reward situation. So just wait for a little bit because you should be rewarded. If this coin goes up into the dollars, please look into taking your profits, maybe selling a small portion of your bag. But the whole point is to get your principal investment back. So if you invested $500 in tokens for the MBS thing, take out $500 and leave the rest to ride because that's your profit, right? If it goes down or up, it doesn't matter because you took out your initial principal investment. Alexander K, good to hear from you again. IDO is not worth it unless you bought Launchpad tokens in summer at dirt cheap prices. I mean, amen, brother. Amen. I mean, these tokens are probably in the pennies, and so it's no one can predict when, who, or what these gaming tokens are going to partner with Launchpad. So it's really hard, right? So I agree with you. Cody says, what's your opinion on CO War currently? That's actually one of the tokens that I have up here. CO War tokens currently at $1.74. I will tell you the truth, I've actually been buying the dip on Cryo War. I really don't care about the fully diluted market cap or just the regular market cap. I mean, come on, it's 39 million. It's freaking low. But look at the overall market for when it launched until now. We're at the point of when it started. So I've actually bought in. I haven't bought any more. I think I have around like 300 tokens, right? Because obviously I want to see how this thing grows, but I'm not going to put a ton of money in it. But the reason I'm bullish on this is because it's built on the Solana blockchain, right? Like anything built on the Solana blockchain in terms of gaming, I am digging it. I love it. So I'm really looking forward to that. So what else is there? Milan says, Tribeland is going to launch in some hours from now. Any opinions? All right. Well, let's look at Tribeland. I haven't actually heard about this. So also launched on Solana. Why haven't I heard about this? I don't know. Because I'm just a YouTube influencer. How am I supposed to know everything? So our IDO is now live. Wow, join now. What is this game all about? Let me go ahead and just lower this volume. Watch the trailer. All right, let's check it out. Area for the biggest NFT game on Solana this year. Tribeland will go live this quarter 2021. Fight and tame giant beasts. Interesting. All right, so automatically, this happens all the time where people can create art. Concept art and trailers is very common in this space. I actually work in the movie industry. This is what we do. We sell you on something that may not be ready yet, but we get you anticipated for it. So I mean, this game looks very interesting. It's an NFT game, which I find a bit different from other games. It looks like it's a prehistoric type of feel, kind of mixed with, I guess, magic in some sort. Let's go to the menu here. So let's look at the team. All right, the team. So obviously they are good. They're transparent. So at least they are not using really weird emojis, aka they use like this Pixar filter on their face. I like knowing who is building this, but I noticed that a lot of these games are built overseas, like in Asia. So that's a very common thing. But it, if it's built on the Solana chain, who knows if Animoca brand is going to be a part of it. But I say let's just wait for that token to come out, and then we'll kind of go from there. Smart move with Solana. Yes, I totally agree, Rudy the Rock. Thank you so much. I dig Solana. It's just one of my great investments that I've ever had, and I still actually have a huge bag because I do believe Solana will go up to 1,000. So further down, we're going to check out some of these coins, look at a market update. So I've told you guys before in my previous video that I'm so bullish on Thetan Arena. Now, Thetan Arena does have a very large fully diluted market cap, which is 3 million, right? So you can think that there's so much like funding in this. You think, oh, is the seed investors going to take their profit? Well, the market cap is 577 million, and they do have a treasury around, I think it was like $80 million in their treasury in case they want to use that for any mishaps in the future. There's potential hacks. But if you look at the overall market, I mean, come on, guys. It used to be at $20, right? And now it's almost around the $7 range. Again, I mentioned that it's more than half off. Thetan Arena does state that they have around 7 million users, and I think that's still counting today. Now, I've had a lot of comments in the sections below, and they say that there's no way that can be 7 million. I mean, if you look at their Discord page actually doesn't really have that much, and their Twitter page doesn't have that much. So how do they have 7 million? So there is speculation that they're using bots, right? Oh, there's bots playing, or maybe they're not the ones coordinating the bots. Maybe it's somebody else trying to win this game and earn more tokens. But regardless of that, there's still activity and there's still money coming in. That's why it's 577 million. So whatever you think, regardless, follow the money, because it's all about the math, not the story that's outside of it all the time. And right now it's ranked 2,816. I feel so bullish on this game, and I really do believe it's the next Axie Infinity. Because people are saying the same thing about Axie Infinity. Oh, it's a scam. The market cap is overblown. There's bots being used. Well, guess what? The Axie Infinity is now one of the top 40 in terms of the whole coin market cap. So, and it's now one of the videos that everybody references, right? So next up, we're gonna look up Cypher. Cypher right now is trading at 88 cents. They did have a public sale launch, and it was around $1.10 that was allocated to early investors. And looking at the overall market cap for that, ever since it launched, it's been kind of trading sideways. Now, is this a buy? The market cap is very low. I personally would wait to see when this token launches on other platforms. So right now it's only on Uniswap. And that's not good, because on Uniswap, that's the gas fee. So you got to wait to buy this token. So don't buy this token just yet, in my opinion. But I do want you guys to acquire this token because there's a lot of potential behind it. Plus, wait, actually, that's not the one. Plus, they are going to grow at some point where they're going to start releasing footage of the game as well. So I think that this is a great opportunity to be a part of this when the coin does launch, maybe on gate.io. If you haven't signed up for gate.io, please use the reference link down below in the descriptions, because that's where a lot of great gaming coins are launched. Now, next up, we have Citus. So Citus just announced that they have a partnership with Animoca brands. This was kind of inevitable, but I do feel that Citus is a token to look out for. Now, I didn't want to participate in the IDEA launch because, again, I do not dig IDEA launches. Actually, let me go ahead and follow this here. Let's see what I regret that I invested in blocks. Oh yeah. Again, people don't like investing in these launch pads. Wait for the token to launch. You end up, this is what happens. And this is something that I've noticed. Launch pads are clearly there to incentivize making money, and also the token for the games. These guys want to make money in the end. All right, let's just be real. They all want to make money. They all want to have people flowing funds through their company. So I just don't believe in that anymore now that I've seen how IDO launches happen. But like the Citus token, you should keep in mind, right? But the Citus token is available. But be sure to look out for the Senate ticker symbol, not the Citus ticker symbol. The Citus ticker symbol is actually an in-game currency, so you won't actually, I think, make a lot of money. You want to be a part of the Senate ticker symbol, and that's because that's the governance token. That way you have some voting rights, right? But lately it's been trading sideways. Now this fully diluted market cap is actually quite low. It's 837 million, not too much in the billions. You can buy this right now, and you can buy it on Gate.io. Avoid Uniswap. So that's something I think you should really look out for. I am debating on whether to buy the Senate token just because I haven't seen a dip yet. I need to see the dip, and I'm gonna give it a little bit longer because it really hasn't been like a week and a half yet. I need to see something unlock. I need to see the sharp dip. If I miss out on this token, I'm okay with that. But look at the trading volume. I mean, just look at the volume within the past 24 hours. Negative 60%, which is $649. So not a lot has been moving along with this. So that's really interesting. Next up, we have Guildfy. I'm very bullish on Guildfy. Now, let's look at the market cap. So fully diluted, it's 1.6 billion, which is very high. Market cap is 71 million. And right now, overall, it's been taking kind of a dip. What I do suggest is, if you do want to buy this token, you can buy it on, I believe, Gate.io. That's a great place as well. And if you go to the website, I think you guys should actually register for an account, because if you register for an account and create a profile, which is free, you can start claiming your GXP tokens. GXP tokens is basically tokens that allow you to participate in meta drops and possibly launch pads. So basically, every day, like, you're given 300 GSP tokens for free just because you connected to either your Discord or their Twitter page or whatever. So you get 300 right off the bat. And then every day after that, every day you log in, you can claim 10 GXP tokens. And basically you want to get up to 1,000, right? I mean, that may take time, but depending on their meta drops, you know, if you have like 500 GXP tokens, you are going to be allocated to participate in some launches like this. So I think you might as well do it because it's free and partake in it. But again, they're partnered with Animoca Brands, Coinbase Ventures, D Finance Capital, Dapper Labs. I mean, this is so bullish. I love it, and it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. So I dig that. We're gonna go to the Metaverse world. We have Blocktopia. Keep in mind, Blocktopia is really cool. I do think that the market cap for this is high for something that I'm not really seeing. It's built on the Polygon network. 11 billion, guys, in fully diluted market cap. So be careful when you put funds in here. Don't put a lot, because right now it's at 5 cents. It's taking a breather, but just be careful. Don't put a lot of money in this, because someone's going to take their profits. I don't know which whales are going to do it, but somebody's going to take their profits there, and it's going to drop this price. But, you know, BitBoy Crypto is also involved in this. I mean, they have a huge roster of different partnerships and investors in this. But if this Metaverse does perform well, hopefully, you know, it's going to be the next new Metaverse coin. What else is there? Sandbox is another one. Sandbox is 4 billion in terms of its market cap. It has taken a breather. Would you buy in? I say just buy a little bit, dollar cost average, but it's not too bad. And last up, we have RMRK, currently at $38. I actually have a ton of this. This is like one of my favorite investments of all. Even at this price, I'm still buying in, because really, come on, 10 million tokens, 95% already bought, and the fully diluted market cap and the market cap are almost the exact same. Guys, this is going to go pretty high, right? I do believe this is going to be next in the new NFT place, and utilizing NFTs in a way to help you with yielding and so much more. But it's built on the Kusama blockchain. So guys, with that said, I'm done looking at these different coins. I want to start answering your questions if you have some down below. Go ahead and leave some comments, and let's begin. Just gonna go ahead and drink some water here. I've been talking for, I don't know how long. 29 minutes, my gosh. Is there any coins you guys want me to look at? Let's take a look here. You know, Gods Unchained is actually pretty good too. I like Gods Unchained. You can buy this on KuCoin if you really want to. I mean, I've seen the gameplay. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's been trading sideways, but I do think that this... I mean, look at it. It's taken many dips. So I think that this thing could potentially go to the upside quite a bit. You can buy it on Coinbase, FTX, KuCoin, Crypto.com. So that's really cool. What else is there? Yeah, guys, go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure, let me know what coins you want me to look at. Let's see here. Monster Infinite. I used to be invested in this, but I just didn't see a lot of development in here. The Fear token, I'm not really big bullish on, just because, honestly, I don't see horror being like a thing that everybody wants to do. All right, Neo says, what's your thoughts on Star Alice and the Polis token? All right, let's go ahead and check that out. All right, so to me, Star Alice does have a lot going for it. It's going to take some time, right, for it to develop. But I do want to see the overall market. So it's at 10 cents right now. Again, the token supply is very large. But again, it's weird. The CEO did mention in a previous video that they do want to change the token supply. I didn't even know you could do that, like the tokenomics to it. But maybe that's just speculation, right? The market cap is 232, fully diluted. Wow, 3.8 billion. That's a lot. Overall, I mean, it's a buy opportunity. Come on now, look at this. This is like, obviously, how far can it go down? I mean, unless Bitcoin does go down and people tend to start selling and trying to exit out, which I doubt, because people are very educated now. They had a whole year to learn about cryptocurrency. That majority of the people involved are too tech savvy to be involved. So I think this is actually a great way to accumulate, meaning just put a little bit here and there. Don't put a ton of funds in. But in terms of Polis, I'm not, Polis to me, I'm not too familiar with, just because it's part of a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, if you guys don't know what that means. So it's really used within the game, I feel. But if I were to put my money, I would put it towards the Star Alice token, not the Polis token. So I don't really pay attention too much on these. But yeah, I really appreciate you pointing that out, because I don't really talk about Star Alice that much, just because I'm still waiting for game development to happen rather than just seeing trailers, because anybody can make trailers. ETH Mode says, thanks for sharing your profit-taking strategy. Absolutely. Just based on your name, ETH Mode, are you an ETH bull? Do you just like ETH? Are you open to other layer 1 solutions, or maybe even layer 2 like Polygon? Let me know your thoughts. Snow says, how about poker? I think I remember that. Poker. I think I remember what poker was. So poker. I think Akon, the artist, was talking about this coin. Anything related to like poker, I think is very interesting. I'm trying to figure out what the regulation is going to be with this, especially in the United States. Now, you can buy it on PancakeSwap, which is great because it's very low fees, and I would recommend doing that. So sending your BNB and swapping that out for this token if you're interested. I may participate in this. I don't know. The market cap is 7 million. By the way, super low. That's like a great price, and only 11 cents. Sir, oh sir, I think you have incentivized me to buy this token on PancakeSwap. I may look into it. I'm actually going to keep this window open for myself to buy in. But for my viewers out there, if you do want to participate in the poker game, I say, why not? It went all the way up to 50 cents, and now it's at 11 cents. I mean, 1 billion in terms of token supply. Anyways, but I do want to talk about the regulation, because it's going to take a while for the US to start learning how to regulate the cryptocurrency space. But if I were to buy poker, I would keep that in mind, because poker is considered, considered a security because people are incentivized to make money? Well, maybe not. I don't really know. But I mean, I'm going to invest in poker now that I've seen it, and I really appreciate you bringing that up. But do you guys want to leave a comment? I definitely want to know. Yeah, no problem, Neil. I'm glad to help. Thank you for bringing it up. ETH Mode says, I learned the hard way through NFTs that when these new projects have troubled with the launch, that's a huge red flag and just the start of the problems for the overall project, referring to MBS. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I could do about that. Honestly, it is a huge red flag. Absolutely. Now I just don't even pay attention to it anymore, and I just kind of leave it. So I just wait for the token to launch, give it a breather, buy the dip, boom. And right now is actually a perfect time because the market is taking a dip. Snow1310 says, it's just in beta ATM waiting for the release. Spiked on the beta release. Oh, okay. What are you referring to again? I'm not sure if you're talking about Star Atlas or something else. Yeah, I'm just going to take a few more questions, guys, and then I'm going to log out, enjoy my Saturday. But I definitely want to answer just a couple questions just in case. This coffee is delicious. I live in California, so my day just kind of started. It's like 11:36 a.m. right now. Look into the TCG world, says Sam Banks. TCG. Am I not seeing something here? Let's see. TCG world. I don't even know what this is, so we're going to check it out. TCG Beta. The largest open world metaverse NFT platform. Okay. So obviously it's built on Binance. So what, you can buy land? You could buy... Oh, wait, it's not that you can buy land, is it? Okay, we're looking at the trailer. The largest open world. Huh. I actually like the gameplay. Meaning, it actually seems like they're... Like, this looks like realistic gameplay. Like, it's not too far off. Like, it can actually happen. Play, collect, trade, dream. So, let's look at the marketplace. Is this the marketplace? Yes. So, I could buy one of these for 1 BNB. So, they have apes. So I have to log in or connect to my wallet, I think, right? Not too bad. I'm actually going to keep this in mind as well. I really appreciate you guys showing these coins because I love learning new things. Now, they don't really have many followers, and they're not followed by any influencers that I know of, right? At least just based on my account. Could this be something? I don't know. Partnerships, not so great, I have to say. So just be very careful with that. Anybody can create a website, but... I just based on the partnerships, I'm gonna wait for this thing to develop before looking into it. But yeah, what else, guys? Oh, poker is in beta. Okay, so maybe it's that's what the 5% spike was. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I think I may allocate some funds to put into poker. Sam Banks says you can buy land. Land is on pre-sale. Okay. It costs 1 BNB. Is that worth it, right? That's like, what, almost $530, $600. So is that worth it for you, right? To put that amount of money in, or to put it into other coins, like Solana, say, for instance, or Ethereum, right? Because those are guaranteed. So it is taking a bet, but you can try to see. Oh yeah, Sin City. This is Snow1310. Yeah, I love Sin City. Let me go to their Twitter page real quick. I cannot wait for this token to come out. I don't know if it has come out yet. I do like this. I mean, obviously we have a whole bunch of Elliot Trades is loving this. Alex Becker is all about this. I mean, I love it. I love what's going on. But I don't know if there's actually a coin for this yet, right? Is there? I don't think so. So I guess we kind of have to wait for that, right? But I do like Sin City. I'm ready for it. This kind of reminds me of that game, Grand Theft Auto, right? Grand Theft Auto, man, if that was a metaverse, that would have freaking blew up. If people could own stuff on Grand Theft Auto, this is kind of that version, right? You can steal cars and rob people, shoot people, whatever. All right, last question. What coin to invest in now to become a millionaire? You know what? I'm not gonna. This is not financial advice, but I know that that question is very broad, right? And that's called the highly risk and the highly rewarded question of all. That's going to be meme coins, and I do not support anybody getting involved in meme coins. But that's how you can become a millionaire overnight. Simple as that. It's these like weird coins that literally have like, what is it, taboo token or Shiba Inu Floki. Those are the quickest way to become a millionaire. But the problem is you have to be in very early before people even talk about it. Right. So that's just a simple question right there. But I do not support anybody being a part of that because I believe in investing safely, investing responsibly. Having patience is hard, but if you're able to handle your emotions, then it'll be awesome. So guys, thank you so much. Before I log out, So1310 said, did you look at Crywar? I was late to this party, not sure if I missed it or if you didn't look at it. I did look at it. Please check out early on the video I do talk about Crywar, but I bought a bag. Neo says, I'm liking Cypher a lot. Do you hold any NFTs? I do like Cypher. I do have Cypher tokens on my MetaMask wallet. I bought the public launch when it was at $1.10, and I think it's at like 88 cents right now, or 90 or whatever. So I do hold Cypher token, but do I hold any NFTs? Yes, I actually only hold Solana-based NFTs. I will not mention those right now because I'm just waiting for that space. But I think I actually, I'm going to say it publicly right now. I actually am working on an NFT collection with an artist named Coney Rock, and we're working on that right now, and we're going to hopefully schedule a public release, and we're going to have it released on SolSea. I like the Solana blockchain. I love the Solana NFT ecosystem, and I'm working on that right now. So that's just kind of like, breaking news at this point, just announced. So we're in the works with that. But yeah, Solana NFTs are what I'm holding right now, and definitely keep in mind, guys, if you're looking at NFTs, look at gaming NFTs in the Solana blockchain because those are going up in price. So anyways, with that said, guys, I'm going to log out. Have a happy Saturday and enjoy your weekend. It's great to chat with everybody here, and I will talk to you guys next time.